Hi, welcome. In this video, I want to take a couple minutes to talk about, again, the source of the problem at the very beginning, right at the starting point, when it comes to reconciling the current state of the relationship. Understand that changes everything. And again, line this up with a parenting example. Once a child has already become selfish, it changes everything, okay? When it comes to how you engage, okay? How you choose to move forward by way of, establishing parental influence, how you're interacting with, and again, when I key up on certain words, understand that these are the things that are absent, okay, by way of this very popular idea of what training is. Dogs as social animals. Understand that these trainers are not engaging the right way at the very beginning, okay? They're using treats, they're using motivators, and here's how deep this issue goes, okay? And I really would encourage people to think about this. Once a dog has already gained a level of control, okay, by way of, again, dogs as social animals, I'm talking about depth of relationship, how the perceptions have become altered, based, again, on what you've signed off on, kind of like, I call it like the relationship contract. Again, very similar to the parenting example, when a child will go to, okay, a certain parent because they get their own way through that parent, okay, starting to build up towards the level of selfishness. No different, okay? You'll see dogs attach themselves to certain individuals, okay? They follow these people around everywhere, into the bathroom, everywhere. And they think, okay, because again, I understand it becomes all about emotion, they think this is all about the dog loving them more, okay, than anybody else. And there must be some sort of reason, right? They're trying to figure this stuff out as to why their dog doesn't like other people, okay? Not considering the relationship side of things, okay? The motives that underpin why dogs respond a certain way, why they attach themselves a certain way, okay? Just like a child, okay, that will start to direct themselves, go to a certain parent, right? Think about it, it's exactly the same. But my whole point with everything is, when I talk about at the very beginning, understand that, it changes everything, okay? And again, the depth of the issue is such that even without a overt motivator, such as a treat in your hand, okay, based again on how you're perceived, responses can set up. They can be, they can be generated, and you'll be thinking, okay, wow, this is great. The dog's doing the sit down, come and stay treats, and I'm not using treats anymore, or I'm not even using treats. But again, how you're engaging that way, dogs still getting something out of the deal. They're doing, yeah, sure. Dog's like, sure, I'll do A, B, and C to get the D. I mean, that's how bad. Understand, and this is why, again, I appreciate dogs for the amazing animals that they are. Dogs are incredible. So they blow this idea right out of the water. I mean, they blow it right out of the water. It's just that people don't understand. And so therefore, right, what's the narrative here, right? What's the lean? What's the slant? To blame the dog, right? Say, well, gotta be something wrong with that dog. Behavioral issues aren't going away. Perceptions aren't changing. Even though you see the dog's like fantastic doing the sit down, come and stay. Well, there you go. There's the source of the problem. But again, I encourage people to step back from the stuff as an individual. If you go on social media and you look at what's popular, you'll see all these trainers are doing what I'm talking about, right? They're doing it. And then you try to get like a sense of, well, maybe balance training is, somehow different because it's about leadership, influence is in the equation. Understand it's no different at the very beginning. This is how all these trainers are doing it. So my encouragement, okay, to people is to check out the information I'm putting out. I put out lots of information regarding how this problem sets up for so many dogs and owners, and people coming out on the other side of things, you're like, something's wrong here, you sense it. But then so what happens is people get blindsided because they're like, what just happened? I don't understand why my dog just bit somebody. It doesn't make sense because the dog seems really, really good. Just think about what I just said, okay? I mean, just like a selfish child, they can seem really good too until they punch someone in the face, right? At school or wherever, and you're like trying to figure that out. Well, man, because it's about, appearances get us in trouble, right? Emotion gets us in trouble. We don't see the reality of what's going on right in front of us because there's no depth. We're not stepping back. We're not asking the right questions. We're not engaging the right way. I mean, I understand it's absolutely critical. So my encouragement, okay, is for people to ask the questions that need to be asked. Understand that the majority of these trainers, they never ask these questions. They're not going to ask these questions because now when you're just think about it, if you're making money off all this stuff that way, right? Very easy to do. If you're making money off of it and you're caught up in that, you know, blame shifting narrative where it's just like blame dogs, move on, blame dogs, move on. Well, where's the incentive for these trainers to do the right thing? It's not, because it's not about ethics that way, right? They didn't get into it and say, you know what, you know, it doesn't matter how much money, it doesn't matter about anything. All that matters is that I care about dogs and people the right way, let the chips fall where they may, and that's what it's going to be. It is what it is. These trainers never did that, and they're not going to do. They just went in, and some of these people are just like, you know, as a business, take a hold of what's available and just play the same game along with all these trainers. It's like normalized, and that's exactly what's going on. But again, my encouragement to you as an individual dog owner, understand it's a big deal, because if you get caught in that trap and these trainers, guess what happens? They'll blame your dog, and you're left stranded. You're probably going to be left in worse shape. And then, you know, the excuses start, and then it's like, well, you know, I tried, but, you know, or I had to put that dog down, you know, just, you know, think about it. This is exactly what's going on in the dog training world. So all to say that don't buy into the lie. So easy to do. Everyone's doing it. As an individual, you really care about your dog, take a hold of this information. It's absolutely critical. You don't want to be looking back and even after watching my videos and looking back saying, you know what, shoulda, coulda, woulda, you know, too late, it's the done deal. You know, what do you do then? So I encourage you to check out the information I put out. Lots of great information. I talk about not just the problem but the solution by way of a interaction based approach. Thanks for watching.